Howdy y'all, this is Dwight and welcome back to my channel. Well, once again I'm here, fence here at the back property line. Got myself sat down, enjoying me a bowl. And it's been a spell. And goodness, we've been having the rain here lately. Been getting it pretty regular for over a week. And today we've actually got some nice sun coming out through the clouds. So it's sun comes and goes, but it's just lovely out. Somewhere's in the 70s. Got us a nice breeze blowing. Just a fantastic day to be outside. And enjoy the views, providing you like woods, because that's what I'm looking at. Anyhow, I'm enjoying my Jake Hatcher, courtesy of Donnie over at Smoke Pipe, and of course Cousin Bob was in on that. I appreciate it. Dandy little cob. And what do I have in it? Well, in the last week, old Jesse sent me a sample of his 5X home blend. And I do appreciate that, Jesse. That's very kind of you. For those of you who don't know, it's a mix of the Five Brothers and the Black Irish X blends he's mixed together. I wanted to get on here and, of course, obviously thank him for it, because that's awful kind of him. And, of course, I can't give him no flavor notes, but tell you what I think of it nonetheless. But I've got several I need to get on here and try out, because dear old Cousin Bob, most of y'all know I had my wisdom teeth taken out earlier in the year, and he got me some things to try right at that time, and I wasn't able to enjoy any smokes there for a little spell. And I'm still not doing anything regular yet, but I'm slowly getting back into it. I've tried was it one or two of them so far. Of course, I ain't did anything on video, but I do know the next one I'm going to try that I haven't yet is Rever Plug. And of course I'll do a video of that, but I ain't forgot about it, because just apologies for taking so long. But anyways, like I said, I ain't back to doing this regular yet, so that's what main reason why it's taking me so long. But I'll get to it. Anyhow, enough of me making excuses. Body can end up doing that before he realizes it. But anyhow, on to Jesse's 5X here. It's a dandy blend. Now, this ain't my first smoke of it, because it was, I think, was it that evening or the next evening after I got it in the mail. Of course, like I said, it's been raining. So I got on the old back porch in my little nook there, I call it. Got the roof over it. And like I said, it was raining, but I packed me part of a bowl and I give it a try. And of course, I wanted to get on here and obviously thank him. I appreciate it. And give my thoughts on it, what little they are. Now, I have to say, it's a very pleasant blend. Got some ash on that. Dump that ash out. I'm still rocking old Griffin Pipes tamper there he gave me a long time ago. I don't know how well you can see, but you can get it lit good. Sucker puts off some really good smoke. Some lovely flavor. I don't know what flavors from the Five Brothers blend and what flavors from the Black Irish X. I don't know, because I ain't had either one of them by themselves. But it's a very pleasant smoke. And personally, one of my favorite things about this is on the retrohale, which I'd assume would be from the Black Irish X, but I don't know for sure. But I get a little bit of a spicy, peppery um, bit when I retrohale it, and honestly, I do enjoy that because it puts me in mind. I've had other blends do that for me, and it always reminds me way back when I was first um, exploring things before I got into pipe. There's a little smoke place in town that used to sell seconds cigars or cigar seconds, I guess. Now I forget what brand they was, but they had them in a big plastic pack and they allowed you to buy them as singles. So I just get a couple or so at a time. And these are the ones that said sweet on them. And because quite honestly, they had a little wooden humidor and just the one pack in there. There wasn't really no choice. But they wasn't sweet tipped or nothing like that. They was just basically a mild cigar, I guess you might say. And they was not consistent at all, because some of them would have a really nice and some of them be really stout, a peppery retrohale, and then some of them was just more smooth, all from the same pack. But now the ones that had a nice peppery retrohale, um, there was a couple that for me was too much. Like I didn't retrohale because it's just way too peppery. But the ones that was not mild of peppery, but is in a level I could enjoy, I guess. That's exactly what it did. I enjoyed that for whatever reason, and I still do occasionally with a blend that has some of that. So I have noticed with the pipe backy that I ain't got any that's been like extremely peppery, like some of those cigars were, but it's enough to that I enjoy it. And this has that for me, anyways. And I find that real enjoyable. Now, from the one downfall of this for me personally is, and it seems to happen when I try a blend that's a little more burley forward, is I get a weird, funky feeling in the back of my throat. Not tongue bite, um, not bad flavor. It's just a funky feeling. It's hard for me to explain, but in the back of my throat, it just feels funky. Um, and I don't know. It's weird, but it's not a pleasant thing. And this where it has that Five Brothers in it, where I'm thinking it's 50-50 mix, if I remember correctly. Jesse can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's enough burley that I get that. So that's the one unpleasant thing about this for me that I don't enjoy. But the flavor of it is just great. Like I said, the retrohale, where it's got some of that spicy pepperiness for me in it, I really enjoy that. But that funky feeling in my throat just is not enjoyable. So just generally speaking, I kind of steer clear of burley forward blends. Now I've had blends with burley in it, but where it wasn't burley forward and they did just fine. Um, it just seems to be burley forward that I get that. Excuse me. So that's the only negative about this for me. But like I said, that's seems to be just burley blends in general, the burley forward blends, where I get that. But nonetheless, aside from that one spot, this is an enjoyable smoke. Very good, very tasty. And once again, I appreciate you sending this over for me to try, Jesse. Very kind of you. Of course, I imagine most of y'all is probably Subscribe to his channel. If not, I'll have him linked down below, because I highly recommend you go check him out if for whatever reason you haven't yet. Real good dude. Anyhow, I'll get off here and let you all get on with the rest of your day, morning, evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. Until y'all come by and visit with me again, y'all keep puffing.